going on?
I could feel my chair was moving down.
Do you have an old chair?
Yeah, and sometimes it'll just it'll just do this. I'll go.
Mid-game as well?
But it's very, very slow. And like, you go down in a little jump, you know? Like,
nice. Yeah.
It's really,
like,
really frustrating.
Who is that? Is that Austin Powers? No, it's Johnny English.
There is a scene I feel like in Austin Powers where he's like struggling to get in a chair. Yeah, that's classic 90s comedy, man.
Yeah. But they do it in, they for sure do it in Johnny English as well.
Yeah?
I remember a scene.
Give me the scene.
Well, I don't actually know how to, I'll fake it. He sits down and the really cool guy, the Jason Statham character, is sad and he's like really listening.
Jason Statham.
It's not him. But it's like him. In fact, maybe Jason Statham is in the second one.
Nope.
Either way, this scene and the cool guy who, well, I'm not going to spoil the movie. They're like doing a debrief, and then he's just slowly as he's slowly sinking, you know.
Oh yeah, dude.
Wow.
It's happening to me right now. Yeah.
Yeah, you're sinking very slow though. It wouldn't be noticeable.
It's very slow. Yeah,
it wouldn't be noticeable. His is really fast, actually. To be fair.
Fast.
Because then he lifts it up and he ends up really high up.
Isn't it Dr. Evil?
No, but they did it as well.
Dr. Evil is in Austin Powers.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Johnny English.
Oh, right, yeah.
To be fair, they're really similar movies.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
This is gonna be the theme of this podcast episode.
I hope not. I think I'm okay now.
Okay.
If only I had a Herman Miller.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Or no, maybe not. She was I saw that video of the CEO, but I didn't realize it was for Herman Miller, right?
Oh, remind me. I saw some drama about Herman Miller.
Wait. I'm pretty sure it was Herman Miller because now we're like fucking
sued.
Herman Miller, man. Yeah,
defamation.
Wait, Herman
no,
Miller.
it was.
CEO.
I saw something about Herman Miller.
Was?
The CEO said something really disconnected.
Yeah. She got like a $3 million bonus that year or something, and then her employees weren't getting like any. And basically, she was like,
work harder. Or something?
Yeah, basically, she was like, you have to like do better.
Yeah,
do better.
Which is also insane because Herman Miller chairs are super expensive.
So
of course, she gets
expensive.
all the money.
Yeah.
Are
they worth it?
I can't say if it's worth it because it's a shitload of money, but they're really comfortable. I've sat on a lot of chairs. I've done like 8-hour sessions on a lot of chairs, and Herman Miller's by far I feel the best. And I'm the oldest now. You know, it should be the worst at this point, and yet I realized yesterday I try to stretch while I stream. Yesterday I streamed for 7 hours. I realized afterwards when I went to bed, I remember thinking, I didn't get up once. And like, my body felt fine. You should still stretch. But
yeah, is that good or bad? Because they're
that's terrible. Yeah. But they're really
or maybe they know that everyone is anyway going to just be like stuck to their chair forever. So you may as well make that shit. What they need to do is have like electric probes in it, you know? That's the next step. That just like shock your legs so that your muscles contract.
Like those old 90s infomercials. Do you remember that on TV? You come home from school, you sit down with a macka, a sandwich, and you watch, and they're like, träna medan du sitter hemma. Like, and it's like, work out while you're at home.
Thing.
It's they put these like electrocution things on them that just like, I don't know. I don't think that works, right? Yeah.
No, my God, it does not work.
It's on the same level as us.
Yeah, but we were doing this.
Yeah. Classic.
Have you talked about that? I'm sure you have on stream.
I've talked about it once on stream, and I think it's in a mishmash or something. But for those who don't know, we could give a speed run of it.
Yeah, we could.
You have some additional memory.
The only thing I remember is that there was a rumor, or I guess it was a rumor going around between the boys in our class that if you rub your abs like this
with the knuckles,
like this, like you're a monkey, like this, you it like gives you abs. so we're sitting in class like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I've talked exactly. And it looks so good. I've talked about it because we sat on a row doing it, and then our teacher Katarina, our Swedish teacher, thought we were making fun of her. She thought we were doing like masturbation hand movements.
Yeah. I don't think she would think that we're making fun of her. I think she would be like,
no, but that we're
like, Katarina still got it. You know what?
You.
What you do now?
Yeah. On the subject of that's actually a perfect segue because I need to get this off my chest.
Oh.
On the subject of cringy, awkward memories, I have. Oh, have you ever seen that Pixar movie? Is it called Inside? No.
Yeah, the one with all
the emotions.
Where all those emotions are. Yeah.
Do you remember this? How when there's like a core memory becomes a circle and starts rolling. And there's like happy memories, and then at one point it's like a sad memory, and it's like no, and she's trying to stop it, and it rolls into like the bad memories.
Is that also where there's like a valley of all those like memories? Where okay, then I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
that was me a couple days ago. In my head, they're like no, and it's like a cringe one that's rolling into like a separate thing.
And there's a cringe like character as well. That's like running interference between all the other emotions. Like he really wants this orb to get to where it's going, make a core memory for you.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? If they ever did a sequel, I'd like to see a cringe feeling or whatever you would call these characters.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be fun.
It looks like Waluigi in my head.
Yeah. Well, I imagine more like, for some reason my head went to like Holds Up Spork, that copy pasta.
Yeah,
right?
Oh, but you mean? Yeah, I know it.
Okay, yeah, good.
But the emotion, the like personification of cringe,
should
look
random.
like. Okay, so okay, you think it looks like it looks like a teenage girl kind of thing. I see.
Yeah, we're just she's rah.
Yeah, I gotcha. In my head, it was an evil Waluigi that's like that really, really wants you to live with this cringe forever.
This is it depends on who it's set in.
Yeah, true, actually. True.
It's like we're like describing ourselves, our cringe selves. No, mine, okay, so it was, it's taking a lot for me to share this, honestly. It's bad.
It's really bad?
It's by far the worst conversation I've ever had in terms of like how I did. I'll just say it. You get to tell me what you think. I got like nervous having to tell it. Okay, so I'm
not happy about hearing this. I'll be honest.
No, maybe I don't want to build it up too much, but for me, it's terrible. I ran into not a neighbor, just to keep it easy. He's like it's my brother's neighbor from where he used to live. So I just ran into him at the store because he used to live kind of nearby. So it's just a guy I've met a few times. We've had some conversations, sat down and had a beer once when we both happened to be at my brother's place. It's just someone who I know, but we're not close or anything.
An acquaintance.
Ran into him at the store. And I think I was just in a headspace where like I was really tired and I just had a lot of things going on in my mind. Worst possible time to run into someone and make small talk because your head is just like, I pay for my stuff, and then just as I'm leaving, he comes in, and he's like, oh, hey. I'm like, oh, hey, man. And he's like, hey, Tio. And we stop by the door, and classic small talk, so I'm like, oh, okay. And my head is still really cloudy. I was deep. He really caught me at like I was just deep in thought. I was really just like, oh,
it's
hey.
It's his fault, man. It's his fault.
Yeah. I didn't even come out of the cloud. Like, as I'm saying, hey, my mind is still in, I was just cloudy, and he's like, hey, how are things? And I'm like, yeah, they're good, and I'm still a little zoned out. And then gets quiet, and usually I'm pretty good at like asking a question and stuff. Instead, I just look to my right and see a kid come running. I think 6, 7 years old. This is his kid, and I met this kid before. And I point out and go, yeah, is that your daughter? And he fully goes like this. he says nothing. And I look back at the kid and I'm like, son, is that your son? And he's like, yeah. I'm not gonna say the name, but he's like, David, come here, you know. And in my defense, the kid, he had a helmet on because he had been on a bike. So like, I just saw the face, and in my head, I was like, boy, girl, boy, I can't remember. Like, and I was cloudy. I was like, is that your daughter? And it was out of a movie. He was fully like, because I've met this kid before. I've met this boy before. And I'm fully just like, oh, is that your daughter? So at that point, I'm like, I get snapped into reality of the situation, and I start panicking. And he says, so how are you, Tio? And I was like, sorry, I've been really stressed. And he's like, oh yeah, no, how come? Like, and I'm like, oh, he's interested. And I'm like, oh, I just work, you know, I've been on a staycation. And he's like, oh, what's a staycation? And I'm like, oh, it's like where you like stay somewhere that's nearby, but not at home, kind of like, I don't know. Like I was in Trusa, like, and I'm like rambling at this point, you know, because I'm so
You're so embarrassed that you're like, I was in Trusa, it was staycation. Oh, you know, staycation?
I'm trying to save it. He's like, what's a staycation? I'm like, I was in Trusa. And he's like, oh, Trusa, where's that? I'm like, oh, you've never been? Like, this is fully my voice. I'm not like, this is the voice at that point.
Have you ever been to Trusa, some random village?
Exactly. I'm like, oh, it's south. It's about an hour, maybe 2 hours. Like, it's south of Stockholm.
I like this guy.
And he's like, oh, and I'm like, I'm immediately like, Venice. It's kind of like Venice. He's like, what?
Oh, I know. Venice. It's kind of like Venice, right?
Exactly. And I in the way that like, there's like a river running through it. It's really pretty. People fishing all over the place. And he's like, that's nice. And I can tell he's just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
and it gets quiet, and I go, so how have you been, man? And he says like, it's been a lot with like school and stuff. He's studying something. He's like, it's been a lot. I've been studying stuff. And he gives a very normal answer. And I'm like, that's nice. Anyway, so it was nice seeing you, man. I walk away. And it's just the worst interaction I've ever had in my life. It's, can you tell me it's okay?
I think it's okay. I mean, listen, the kid was wearing a helmet. It could have been any type of kid, honestly. Like, you see a kid running around with a helmet on.
Okay, but now imagine a kid you've met before. You're talking to that kid's parent. You meet them at the store because you live nearby. And then you go, oh, is that your daughter? No, it's the son that you've met before, too. Yeah.
Maybe it's worse now, you know, because like to misgender somebody now is like is maybe worse than it is like 5 years ago. But it might just be me. But if I'm like, if you're like, oh, is this your daughter? I'm like, no, this is Jimmy. Like, you've met him before. And then you're like, oh yeah, of course. Like, sorry, it's just been like so long since I've seen you guys. You know,
maybe I shouldn't have panicked.
Yeah, you shouldn't have panicked. I'm sure they get. But honestly, if
I got really red as well, I could feel myself getting red as
yeah. Venice. You're like sweating. But if the guy's reaction was like, he's really mad at you. Okay, well, okay. Give me his reaction. I'm gonna be you, and you be the guy. You react to what I say. Oh, is this your daughter? Son. Venice.
It's okay. No, we're speeding up a little too much now. But he went from that to like, so how have things been, Tio? Like, he said like, it's fine. So how have things been?
Yeah, he was like,
so he's really good socially. Yeah, I was not.
No, it's not the worst thing you've ever done.
I don't know if that makes me feel better or not.
I think it should.
Don't start bringing other... Listen, my mind has had enough with this. Do not start reminding... You know what I hate about you? You always remember everything cringe that I do. All the things I repress. I don't remember. I have done you the service of forgetting your cringe moments. It's not like you haven't had them. We were both cringe as kids. I have done you the service of forgetting them. But you motherfucker, have such good memory that you're always like, do you remember the time that you said this about vaginas? And I'm like, no, I don't. Like, obviously, I've forgotten about that. And then you just perfectly can quote it.
Yeah, I mean, things like... I actually have an example of this that I wanted to bring up with you. I have... for some reason, like certain things in my memory will stay with me, but then I'll forget like literally everything else. Like reading parking signs is like something I studied, and then you do a test on it, and then now I cannot remember like what some of it means, and I'm like ooh,
which one's the one in the brackets here?
Yeah, like I could can park here for 2 hours maybe or something. Yeah. And you end up risking it. You're like, all right, whatever. Like, we'll risk it. And then like behind, and like you can like park like 5 meters before or after a crossing. I forget. And like, but at the end of the day, that's the same thing. Like before or after the crossing, it's the same.
Yeah, unless you're wrong, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And if I'm wrong, it's a $100 fine.
Yeah.
But I was gonna bring up just one. It's not as bad as
no. Come on, hit me. No, it's fine.
Because there was one time you told me a story that you were proud of. Because I wouldn't have been there, obviously. What, like 17?
Oh, okay.
It's pretty bad age.
I'm trusting you here, man.
You can cut it out if you don't like it.
I've just shared one story. Hit me.
But this one is worse. So this should make you feel better.
No,
it should make you feel better.
It's gonna make me feel. Oh, yeah. Go on.
Okay. Cut.
Okay, yeah.
Do you really not want me to tell you this story?
It depends. I don't know what it is.
Okay. I'll just tell it. You can cut it out after.
Okay.
So you told me this story of you like walking to school, and then there were these girls outside smoking, and they didn't have a lighter.
Yeah.
So they asked you, "Do you have a lighter?" And then you, as you were walking by, you said, "No, smoking kills." And you told me that story like proud. You were like, "I told them smoking kills."
You know what's funny about this story? I remember you telling me that I had said it maybe a couple years later, like probably like 9 years ago now or something. But I don't remember having said it. This is what I mean. I repress these things. All my memories are based. And at this point, you could fully tell me a couple things that you're fully lying about. And I'll just be like, I did that? Really? Like, I'll just believe you at this point.
Yeah. That time you sucked that homeless guy's dick?
Nah, maybe not that far.
No, I didn't.
No. You know what? That one's not as bad.
No. Trust me, it's worse.
No.
It's worse.
I cringe more at my thing the other day.
Okay, well...
Because this one, I'm like cringe. A teenager, So, like, to me, it's like part of the teenage years. You know what I mean? Like, I did it now, then, that'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, obviously. It was even weird for you to do back then, but...
No. If anything, it's a lesson to everyone listening. How far you can come. How much you can change. And then I did this cringe thing the other day again.
Yeah. And then I think
that wasn't by choice.
But the worst part of it is your reaction to it. If you react poorly to something that you do and you start like grasping, you're like, Venice, you ever been?
Yeah. I think
that's the worst
part. It's because I went from being clouded and then it snapped me back to reality as I had said it. And I was like, oh shit. And then I was embarrassed at myself that I didn't have time to like come back from it, Anyway, that's my cringe story.
What would you have done different? After saying something
if I could
about
cut back time to right after saying, "Is this your daughter?"
Yeah. And
he says, I would have said, shit, sorry, man. Like, there's just been a lot going on. Like, sorry about that. And I'd laugh.
Yeah. And then you're like, okay,
that's it.
Normal conversation time to you.
Yeah, that'd be fine. That would save it. Yeah.
How about if you cut back to when those girls asked you if you had a lighter?
Ooh. It's a cool line, though. No. Smoking.
Is it? You walk away as you, like, or not a cigarette, I guess. You, like, throw chewing gum.
I've got one of those chocolate cigarettes.
Yeah. You throw it and it explodes behind you.
To be fair, you know what not to be fair, but I thought about those chocolate cigarettes the other day. I didn't even think about it as a kid, but it's so classic It's genius marketing by smoking companies, by cigarette companies, to be like, how do we get kids into cigarettes? Oh, let's do candy that looks like cigarettes and is made of chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah, and then eventually you're like, the habit of having this thing where like you feel cool. It's like now when you're 18, you're going to graduate from candy to, or maybe
cigarettes.
back then it's like 15, you know what I mean? It's like, it's even closer to what age you're eating candy at. So you're like, okay, now I'm going to graduate to, and I think at one point it was, like, I could be talking out of my ass. I think at one point it was like the most popular candy in America, at least.
Fake cigarettes.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude.
I totally could be out of my ass. Like, really? But I think at some point it was like, at least it was like really popular, because it was really popular at some point here. Like, it was chewing gum for us. And then they just
cigarette chewing gum?
Yeah, they were just wrapped in like a cigarette thing, and you unwrap it, it's just one like stick of chewing gum. But then they stopped selling it.
I mean, it makes sense that it's so genius and it's so fucked up, because kids will want to do it because they want to look like their parents. They want to look like an adult. And then you become a teenager and you're like, ooh, this is cool. You know, now I can do it for real as well. Oh, it's...
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of cool, honestly. Like...
What do you think is cool about it? What do you think is cool about this whole, like... I mean, like, if you're genuine, then you're like, it's not cool, it kills. But, like, just people, what is it that's cool? Do you think it's Hollywood that's done that? That's made smoking cool?
Yes, 100%. Yeah. I mean, like, if you just watch Mad Men, for instance, it's just such always fucking smoking. Vibes. They're always smoking. They're always like, you know, that's like their main thing that they're trying to advertise, right, and work with. So they're always smoking, and then everyone's holding it differently, and everyone's like deep into thoughts, and then they say something like really introspective, you know, and then he like takes a drag, and like all the smoke comes out. It's like, it's just, it just looks smoke. I mean, all that shit makes you want to smoke. It looks awesome.
Yeah. They do make it look cool. I thought about that scene, funnily enough, the other day. I was thinking about marketing. I was thinking about Mad Men, how the cigarette company comes in and says like, we're fucked. Like, they're coming out and saying that cigarettes kill. Like, what are we gonna do? And then he, the main guy, whatever his name is, I can't remember now.
Don Draper.
Yeah, he comes in the end of the episode, like, he solves it. He's like, let them. It's dangerous to smoke. Let's make a commercial off of like let's build upon that. Like, it's fucking, you're dangerous. Like, let's let people are still out there smoking. Like, it's not changing anything. So let's like say it. Let's just show it to the world. It's fucking dangerous. You're cool. Like, it's people like danger. And I always found that like to be a good scene.
Yeah, you know, you want to be like Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
In Drive or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like being cool and smoking. I want to be that guy.
You know, I never understood Got Milk. I'll say it. People always say like, ooh, is it as good as Got Milk? I don't get it. I'll admit it right here. I don't get what's so good about Got Milk.
That's a very American thing. So for us, it's like what's really good advertising in Sweden? Like, there's no equivalent, really.
Panta Mera. Genuine here, yeah. We like, music.
Yeah, exactly. So like a little catchy theme tune, and we're like, ooh, Panta Mera. Like, now we're gonna do that. But, more. Yeah, but for Americans, it's like a slogan, catchy one-liner that's like, ooh, got milk. But that was never a thing for us.
Why is it big though? It still doesn't answer the question. Why is Got Milk so? Is it just like you're meant to have milk? Is that the whole point of it? Like, got milk?
I guess so. But I mean,
also, like, what's the brand?
No idea. I guess that's the other thing, right? Yeah. Like, they don't milk. Really. yeah, exactly. They like all milk companies got together and they were like, we gotta do this thing for us all. Let's work together, guys.
Water's beating us.
Yeah, but I mean, what's even better is the fact that breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Is that a slogan?
No, it's not. But it's advertising. It's like I forget who. I think it's Nestle. Like some company advertised that, and then all of a sudden it's just become this like massive thing in the world where breakfast is apparently the most important meal of the day. But
is that genuinely how it's classic? Like 7 out of 10 doctors agree that that would be pretty terrible. Yeah. If it's 7 out of 10, but yeah.
Isn't it? I mean,
that's how it started.
But they just say like breakfast. It's like cereal company. Some cereal company started that. They're like breakfast is the most important meal of the day, It kind of makes sense. You wake up, the first thing you need is energy. So your breakfast has to be really good. It kind of makes sense, but it's not. It's not the most important.
Though. I like that. I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even. It's like at that point, it's not even marketing. It's like
a lie.
They changed society to be like, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. No, it isn't.
Honestly, Got Milk was directed by Michael Bay.
Oh shit!
Directed by Michael Bay. What the fuck?
Damn. You think that's how he gets his big break?
Oh, is this a start? 1993 release date. Got Milk is an American advertising campaign encouraging the consumption of milk and dairy products created by the advertising agency Good Bee, blah, 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 for the California Milk Processor Board.
That's another thing, man. It's bad for you.
What, milk?
Yeah, like we should not be drinking it.
At all?
No, not like I think kids can drink milk.
Yeah.
Kids, there's calcium in milk, but there's like a ton of other ways to get that. But drinking milk is like apparently very bad for you.
No, it's totally fine.
I think so. I think it's like a thing that we're not supposed to be doing. Seriously, like we're not supposed to be drinking like cow milk every day.
Clogging. Yeah, there's cholesterol as well. Yeah, but it's one of those things. I don't think it's bad. Like I don't think it's not like candy. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like it's not super healthy either.
But it's a thing where it's like everyone should be having a glass of milk a day. Like you're giving kids one glass of milk a day. No, but as like it's super healthy for you.
Yeah. And calcium is good, no? Is calcium bad for you?
No, it's good, but I'm sure you can get it from tons of different sources.
What's it doesn't have to be a big. Though?
Because I think milk. Right now, I could look into why milk is bad for you.
Is milk bad for you after a certain age? Whether you're 7 or 77, drinking milk at any age is important for good health. Milk is a good source of vitamin D and calcium, which older adults tend to need more of to maintain bone strength, preserve muscle strength, and prevent osteoporosis. Now, I will say this is from a website called AmericanDairy.com.
Immediately untrustworthy. Immediately untrustworthy. They want you to drink that shit.
We'll see. The comments will let us know. There'll be someone who's like,
I hope so, because I really do think that we're not supposed to be drinking full glasses of cow milk every day.
You don't believe it?
I don't believe it. I think it's bad for you.
You don't believe in milk?
I don't. I believe in colder milk.
Nice. You don't drink much milk these days?
No, I don't drink any milk these days.
You're not a milk guy, are you?
No, never have been.
I knew it.
I remember one time, like when I was a kid, when we were kids, we would have to drink milk because that's like it makes your bones strong. It makes you big and strong. Everyone knows that. But I hated it. So one time, my brother had a friend over, and when my mom wasn't looking, I was like, "You can have my milk," and he wanted because he loved milk, so he downed it, and then almost immediately after, he gets up and runs to the bathroom and pukes everything out.
And since then,
I don't drink any.
Yeah.
Gallon challenge, man.
What's that?
Gallon challenge. It's when you drink a gallon of milk. A gallon is like, you know, those plastic American containers are like you drink one of those, and if you manage not to puke, you win.
Oh, I could do that.
Could you?
I could do. How much is a gallon?
How much is 1 gallon in liters?
1 gallon to liters.
Anything
it's 4 liters. It's easy. What the fuck?
God.
Wait, who the fuck is... No, I mean, like, you die at that point. 1 US gallon is 3.7 liters. No fucking way people are doing that with milk. I mean, these are big people, surely.
That's called the gallon challenge, man.
No way.
Yes, it's called the gallon challenge.
Second milk gallon challenge death. It's one of the...
How could something that if you drink like, okay, because not everybody is getting to a full gallon. So let's say you reach 50%, half a gallon, 2 liters. If you drink 2 liters of something and
you're gonna puke,
makes you puke or kills you, how can that be good for you?
You can't say that. Anything. I could do it with water and puke. You can't tell me that you would sit here You're gonna have to eat up your words if you're claiming that a gallon of water you could easily do. You realize how much 4 liters is? Think about downing a pint, a big glass of beer, and how much that is.
4 of those.
And then, no, 8 of them.
But we're talking about 2 liters. We're not talking full gallon.
Oh, you're talking about 2 liters now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I could do 2 liters of milk.
I don't think you could. I mean, no, honestly, maybe you could. Maybe you could.
Yeah.
But the thing that it either kills you or makes you throw it all up, like we shouldn't be drinking that shit, man.
That's just because it's a lot, man. Listen,
it's marketing that you've fallen for.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think milk is good for you? I promise, man. I really think. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I think this might be the one where you have the most people disagreeing with you.
No, I think it's true.
There are milk lovers out there, man. People.
I know there are, and I don't disrespect them for that.
I love a good glass of milk, just like one. Sometimes I'm just really in the mood for like one glass of milk, but then I'm good. Then I'm all right.
Can I show you the example I had earlier of what kind of thing my brain chooses to remember?
Okay. Oh, is it on Facebook?
No. I was watching. I watched the first back when House was airing. That TV show, medical show.
Mm-hmm.
House. Back when that was airing, I watched 5 episodes. No, 5 seasons of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stopped. But after hearing what the ending of that show is, I had to see it for myself, and I won't spoil it.
Okay.
But apparently,
but the ending bizarre?
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
So it's like hearing about how Dexter ended as well. It's really
exactly. You're fuck? I have to see how that ended.
Yeah.
So I started rewatching a few episodes and stuff, and then I saw this woman on the screen.
Okay.
This is her only line. They show her for maybe a second and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, 98.6.
I recognize her.
Yeah, I recognize her too.
Yeah.
And I knew immediately why. She's in Joey.
Oh, she is. She is in Joey. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw her.
Was
and
this
I was
before or after Joey?
I think this was after. She made it big after Joey.
Oh yeah.
Got on House. Or maybe it was. Yeah, maybe it was before. I don't know. Honestly, it doesn't matter because she was literally there for maybe 1.5 seconds. She goes 98.6, and I looked at her and I went, "Wait a minute! I know her. You're Renata from Joey."
Her name's Renata.
Yeah.
How much time did you spend finding her?
1 minute.
Oh, your memory fully got it.
I instantly knew who she was.
You didn't look up the episode on IMDb, look at supporting characters, find this nurse, and then look at what she's been in. Joey.
Nope.
No.
I went straight to
That's impressive.
Joey. Joey English class.
Oh, so this is an example you were saying you remember random shit.
Yeah,
this is remember.
This is if I saw her anywhere, I would know instantly who she is.
Yeah, whereas I just recognized the face.
Yeah, but
wait, do you remember? Did you remember? Did you have to look up the character, or do you remember that was her name as well?
I remember that was her name.
That's fucked. No, fuck you, dude.
No, because he goes, "School, Renata. They go to school."
Oh, you remember that quote? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But algebra, no chance. How to solve for x? No way. There's no fucking way. Long division? I can't remember long division either. We did tons of tests on it. Renata goes to school, man. She could try to hide from me. I'll find her wherever she goes. Honestly, man.
That's really interesting that I always find it funny seeing before they made it big. I don't know if she would classify as making it big, considering she was just on Joey, which, well, you know what, to be fair, the spin-off series of one of the biggest shows of all time, and she's a recurring character, that's making it big.
She was on one episode.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, where he's going to English class.
No, then I know her from something else. There's no way I recognize her from one episode of Joey. She was a recurring character somewhere else.
Oh my god. He's got
What's the actor's name? I need to check.
Oh, I have no idea. But search Renata Joey. That's where she's really got her big break. Renata Joey.
Oh my god.
shit.
No, I need to.
Joey and the ESL are... Oh, wait. Dude.
What?
The director for the Joey where he goes to English class, the guy who directed that episode, dude, you gotta check out this guy's name.
What's his name?
The guy's name is Pete Bonerz.
Peter
With a Z.
Bonerz.
With a Z. Bonerz with a Z.
This guy's great.
Dude, who did that to him?
For some reason, I thought you were gonna.
That ain't right, man.
I thought you were gonna say it was directed by
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay. Yeah, I was
No,
fully
that
ready
would've
for
been
Michael
so
Bay.
good.
I was like, no
man.
way.
It had to be fucking Pete Bonerz.
Bonerz.
Who did that to him, man?
That's his,
so
his
sad.
forefathers, man.
And they were like, we are the Boners.
Joey
With a Z.
That's really tickled you.
Peter Boners. With a Z. That has to be fake, dude. I don't buy it.
They're setting us up.
Oh, man. Okay, her name is...
Sharmila
here she is.
Devar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she's in... Knew it! I fucking know this woman.
You know her in real life?
I've seen her in something else. I swear to you. Oh, she was a voice actor in Diablo 3.
Yeah, I just saw that. And she's most known for Star Wars.
You know what? Yeah, never mind. I don't know her. She's just been in random shit. I was mixing her up with someone else. She's got a recognizable face.
Yeah. House was after Joey.
Fair. Well, now we've looked into her.
Yeah, thank God. She got anything? Ooh, she has something coming up. The Faculty.
We're going to be her biggest fans.
Shout outs to, yeah. Ooh, looks good.
I wanted to get your opinion on, I had another encounter
Boners,
the day after the, oh, nice mug, dude. Hell
You
yeah.
have one.
I know, I have one. We bought it in,
oh, points to you if you remember the
buy it in
name of
Prague?
the airport. We were in the airport.
oh, I don't remember that.
Okay. No, but we were in Prague. Yeah.
Yeah, we were in Prague.
On our way home.
I thought maybe it was Greece. No, we bought it in Prague. Nice mug, dude. Well done. I had an encounter the day after my cringe encounter.
A good one or a bad one?
Well, you know what? I think it's all right. I don't cringe about it or anything, but it was full on encounter. You'll see. I went to the Thai restaurant and I got in line. There's about 6 people ahead of me. There's a very obvious line. No, there's 5 people and I'm the 6th. Get in line and I've ordered beforehand. Most people who go to this restaurant, it's like kind of far off. It's just off the highway. So most people who order from it, they'll order online and then they just come and pick it up, you know? And I had ordered online and I get in line, wait about 5 minutes and it's finally my turn and I'm stood waiting because the guy's gone back to the kitchen and they're doing stuff. So I'm just waiting for him. So I'm about a meter away from the counter and there's still a line behind me. And I'm waiting for him to be like, yeah, next. And I'll come and say like, oh, I've ordered. Is it ready? You know, as people in front of me have done. And a guy comes in, right? And he, as I'm stood there, and he walks in front of me and just goes, hey man, my order is blah, blah, blah. Is it ready? And I'm kind of like, I get a little baffled. I'm like, there's an obvious line here. And I say, and I don't mean to start beef or anything. I go in Swedish. I go like, hey man, I'm in line here. Like I'm next. And he goes, okay, well, I've already ordered. Like I'm just checking if it's ready. And I go, okay, but so have I. I've also ordered and I'm going to check if it's ready. I've been in line. We're all in line here. Like it's a line. It's a queue. And he goes, yeah, but I'm not looking to pay your order or anything. I've already ordered online and I want to check if it's ready. How else am I going to? I'm like, yeah, but you can get in line. Like I'm next. And we have an argument about queue systems. Full on, like, and
Queue
I start
systems in general.
Well, no, I'm like, it's a queue. Like,
Yeah.
we're in line. And then the woman behind me comes in and she says, yeah, I've also ordered online. Like, I'm still going to stay in the queue until it's my turn. Like, and I remember saying, because he's like, yeah, but if you, okay, so you could also do this. Like, if you order online, why should I get in queue? I'll just check if it's ready. And I'm like, okay, but if we all come in here and don't get in the line, we've all ordered online, we're all going to be stood here just yelling our numbers. Like, is it ready? Is it ready? Like, there's a system in place here. Like, get in line. Like, and he's like, no. And then the guy comes and he's like, hey, is it ready? And he's like, no, not yet. And so he stands back and then he looks at me, the guy who's working. So I come forward and I say, hey, is my number ready? And he's like, no. And then I get it and I wait. And this is what we've been doing so far, you know? And I'm really heated about it. Or I'm not really heated, but I'm like, I can feel like this guy's not like, at that point we get quiet, you know? And we're both just stood waiting for our orders. And a few other customers are too. Yeah. And then another woman is like, I'm like baffled, you know? And he says something, he mumbles something. And I'm like, no, but it's a queue system. Like, it doesn't matter if you've ordered online. Like, this is just how it works. Well, we can't just all come in randomly. And then another woman is like, for what it's worth, I agree with you. Like, I don't know why you would just like not do the queue, you know?
Yeah.
And that was like my most heated exchange with a stranger in a long time.
You were thinking about it for a while as well.
Of course, it's about fucking queue systems, you know? Yeah. And I was wondering what you think, man. Do you think I was in the right, or do you think that if you've ordered online, you can just go up? Because he didn't go to like, I get his logic that he was just going to go and ask quickly if his order is ready and back up. But from my point of view, I've stood in line for 5 minutes. We've all like, this guy can't just skip it, right? Like, because he's, does it make sense to you? What do you think?
It makes total sense to me. I mean, I'm not just saying that because you're my boy.
I knew you'd be honest.
Yeah. I think I've mentioned this on a previous episode as well. Like, if I get down to hell, to me, it's going to be a queue. I'm gonna be standing in line for the rest of my life. It's like the worst thing in the world to me. But it's there for a reason.
Yeah, because otherwise it would be chaos.
Yeah, otherwise, what? He thinks he can go in there and like throw up his hand and be like, "Hey,
yeah, exactly,
number 87 over here."
Right?
And they're like not ready, man. Like, no, go sit. Yeah. And he's like, oh, really? Okay.
Nice.
Like, wait, like, and then like he goes to sit, and then waits for what?
Yeah.
For what? For them to shout his number.
Exactly.
So he's anyway going to have to wait for his number to be yelled.
There's zero reason for him to approach.
If he stood in line and then they were like, number 87, he would be like,
then he can go.
Yeah, hey, that's me.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, okay, good. We're moving here. We're moving. Something's happening. Yeah. But like, to just go up right away and disregard the line.
Very obviously walk around as well. It's like a thin, it wasn't like he came from like the side. He very obviously walked past the line forward to the,
How old is this guy?
He was in his early 50s, and he had his kid who was stood by the door watching, who looked to be about 12.
Oh, it's good that you stood up to him in front of that kid.
About it. Yeah,
it's good.
I did like
show that kid,
detail.
like because no one's gonna teach that kid.
No,
because nobody taught that man.
Exactly. So he's gonna be skipping lines as well.
Yeah. But this man has been probably getting what he wants from the beginning of his life.
Until I stood up.
Like, yeah. Father would take care of everything for this guy. So he could just go in and be like, my father ordered, I believe you know him. Yeah. And then now, finally, at his early 50s, someone stood up to him, and that was you, man.
Yeah. And the kid saw it, and now the kid, I've canceled the the repeat of it happening, you know? My father did it before me. Now, this kid, when he grows up and has kids, he's going to go to his kids, you never cut in line, because this one man will find you. He will bring it up with you, and you'll have a whole embarrassing moment.
My father once skipped in line. And my father once skipped in line, and then he takes a sip from his like scotch.
No,
never again, kids. Trust me.
Never again. Yeah.
But really, I feel like that's so fucking entitled. Like, he comes from somewhere where he's like, do you...
He start assuming things.
No, seriously, man. Like, if you think you could just skip to the front of the line because you ordered online? Like,
I think that's why I got a little heated, because I was baffled. I was just like, wait, you think the rest of us are all like... This is like... you think we're all here to order and you're the only one who's ordered online? Like it's the thing with this place that people go and pick stuff up. And I was just like, there's been like 8 of us in total that I've seen come and go here because there's people now behind me, you know? Why does this guy get, I was just so like, it's the same reaction I get as when I see someone when they throw trash just on like the ground.
It's you know what? This guy's also the kind of guy that like refuses to wear a mask.
Yeah,
he's
you
like,
think so? Yeah.
Why?
I can see it.
I feel fine.
Selfish.
Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Like,
yeah.
Even though now, honestly, man, what is your mask policy?
Mine personally.
Yeah. Because now, honestly, at this point, I'm confused. I really don't know what to do. Like if I went to a big gathering, I don't know what I would do. Like, would I mask up? I don't know.
The world has... It's something that pissed me off when I went to Poland. Because, like, the thing is, So one thing I've noticed is when I go to airports now, people aren't wearing masks. And there's no mask. I wear masks on planes because I... To be honest, the main reason I do it now is just because it's a lower chance that I get sick, I hope. Like, you know, and so... But I was watching...
I would do it in an airport.
Huh?
I would do it in an airport.
Yeah. But a lot of people just don't now because it's not the law. But so something that pissed me off when we went to Poland, you know, when you go to check in, it's a counter, and then sometimes you don't, if the plane isn't ready, they just put you in the next room, and then the doors open and you go through the tunnel to get to the plane. So it's Ryanair, and they're like, okay, check-in's open, come on, guys. And we're all, or not check-in, but like, you can go into the plane now. So we all line up, there's like a queue, and we get in, and then we're in the next room, and it's way smaller, and we're stuck there. There's one bathroom, small room. And we stand there waiting for 40 minutes, filled like cattle. Like cattle. It was worst. Filled with people.
The worst.
Yeah. And the plane hadn't even landed yet when they let us in. They knew this. So they clearly want to get like to the next, they probably want to take a break or whatever. They don't want to stand there waiting. So they let us all through, and then they could just have one guard making sure nobody leaves and stuff. And I just got so mad because I'm like surrounded by people, and I'm thinking, man, like Corona was this one moment for us to learn that maybe companies could learn a little bit about like social distancing and everything. But as soon as they don't have to, they're like, fuck it. Just put them all in this one room together for 40 minutes while they wait for the plane. They just don't care. Yeah, that's how quick.
As long as they're all out of the way, like get these motherfuckers out of the way. Like
they don't care if we're gonna if one of us is sick and then we're all gonna get it. Not even about Corona at that point. When you travel, very often you get sick, and so to put everyone together like that, I was just really just like, oh man, like you couldn't have just let us all be out there and like spaced out until it was time to go in. Like, it pissed me off, man. So
there's always someone who coughs like this. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I hate it.
This is their protection. Like, they're sucking a fucking dick.
Well, I don't know what it is about. Why do they do that?
No idea.
Nobody teach them about.
No. The same thing there again, man.
They haven't been taught.
This guy
coughs like this.
Probably coughs like this 100%.
We create this villain.
He is a villain.
Turns out he was just having a bad day.
I would bet anything. that guy coughs like this or like this.
Oh, he doesn't go in. He just coughs over.
He just does like this. It's like it doesn't matter to him. Yeah. He's not sick. It doesn't matter to him.
But I don't really know. I don't really think about masks anymore. But it's funny how quickly you just forget. Like in the airport, I would wear a mask. Same.
But then you went to ESL.
Yeah, Poland and Poland we flew to. And I didn't wear a mask in the airport. Did I wear one? I might not have worn them. I can't remember if we were on the plane.
Point is, I would wear one in the airport, but then when I get to the arena or whatever to watch thing, I don't think I'm wearing one there.
No. I mean, at this point, I kind of, when I go to these arenas and stuff, I accept that I'm going to come home sick.
It's a bad strategy, man.
No, it's not.
I'm going to be sick.
Like, it's just, I mean, most events I go to, I come home and I get sick. Like, that's just, they're like a super spreader of just all kinds of diseases. That's just how it is. Like,
well, they are. Yeah. That's
so
true,
like in that way, I'm just like, rather than getting stressed and like worried about it, I just like, I try to make sure I don't have too many plans when I get back because I know odds are I'm going to get sick. Dude, when I came home from Canada, I was in Canada 2020 just at the start of Corona, but before everything went down. It was like in February or something. I came back and I got the flu, and that was around the time they started talking about Corona. And it was a really, really bad flu. I thought it was Corona, but they ended up testing me. It was so early in the Corona stuff that when I called the helpline, they were like, oh, we don't have any testing facilities. We don't really know the protocol and stuff. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've been traveling and I'm reading about Corona. Like, I think I should get tested. Like, I don't know what this is. Like, and eventually they found a way to test, but that's how early it was. But yeah, I was sick.
That's fucking crazy.
I was down for a week. Then I felt better for a few days, and then I got like pneumonia and was down again for another week.
Oh no!
So like these events, man, I always like half the time I come back, I get some sort of sick. We got sick on the last one as well. You know, it's just.
I hate getting sick though, so I think I would probably be very careful. But you know, a couple of weeks ago we were out in like a club.
Oh, okay.
And we have this table in this place, and like there are like a lot of like people are starting to really come in, and like a dance floor is opening up, and we have this table in this nice place we're at, and then we're all like getting bottles of beer. So maybe there were like 10, like let's say 7 bottles of beer at this point on the table that we've like set aside because we're done with them and we want someone to come take them, and if they come to take it, it should be easy. Yeah, they get bada bing bada boom. This guy comes up to our table,
a stranger,
and he's stranger, normal looking guy, younger than us.
Okay,
young.
He doesn't look crazy.
No, doesn't look crazy. He's like dressed to be in a club setting and stuff, and like and then he comes up to our table, and like I think he's working there. That's my first reaction. He's working there because he points at the bottles and he's like, "Are you done?" And where we go, yeah. And then takes them one by one and downs whatever's left. He's taking them, downing whatever's ever left like this, and he's like, "Oh, this." And I'm looking at him like, I'm like smiling, like,
are you guys seeing this?
Like, what are you? I go, what are you doing? And he's like not answering. I'm like, I go, you're disgusting, man. He's like, and then now he's mad at me.
What?
And I go, you're disgusting, man. He frowns at me like this, and he keeps drinking. And then he goes back to his table, and he sits down with a girl.
Oh.
It's like, this guy is here with a girl, and he did this.
Anyone can get a girl at that point.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on, really.
It must be his thing to like save money.
Yeah. He could be like a young guy who doesn't have a lot of money and he wants to party, but like doesn't want to buy his own drink. It's like so gross, man. And me, I don't leave anything in those bad boys.
No.
But I know
you
like, but like even if it's like this much,
it's a little bit of saliva.
It's just like exactly.
Oh,
it's like what you like your backwash. You put it back in, and you're like, okay, really. It was probably one of the most bizarre things I've ever witnessed in my life.
I just imagine the taste of, you know, when like soda at the end doesn't quite taste like the soda because you know that, there's a little bit of saliva. And with beer, it's even worse, you know?
Yeah.
And the fact that he's just downing.
It just doesn't taste like alcohol anymore because you're just like, it's just like
a
he's
little
drinking
warmer,
like,
thicker.
he's drinking like basically at this point, you know, Bud Light.
Oh, God.
It's like the most, really, it was
that would stun me.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, was it just you who saw it or was it everyone saw it?
No, everyone saw it, but I was the only one who was like, what are you doing, man?
I feel like that's the only reaction you could have as well. I really vibe with just, what are you doing? Like, because there's nothing else you can say.
Yeah. Normal looking guy as well. Completely normal.
Oh, that's really thrown me off my game. That's really.
Yeah, you wanna look at something else instead? Something amazing?
Yeah. Hit me. All right, what the hell is this? This dolphin is a robot.
Dolphin's a robot, man.
It's not real?
It's a robot.
This might look like a real dolphin, but it's a robot.
It's not real?
nobody believed it was a robot. Everybody believed it
I
was
mean,
real.
No, but it's not a robot. It's real, though. Or?
it's a robot.
Impressive
No, it's
feat
not.
of engineering.
It's a
but
robot.
It's a much bigger deal than that. This robot could save the marine park industry and free the 3,000 dolphins, whales,
Animatronic
porpoises that are basically
Robot has reached such a level
Sugarcoat it. You can.
Yeah.
that
You can't even
it's
tell.
indistinguishable. Yeah, maybe there's some kind of like when you're really close to listening.
Yeah,
you know?
like power of editing.
Yeah, but
Wait, does it eat fish?
it doesn't need anything, man. It's a fucking robot.
No, I know, but have they programmed it to... Oh, no, that's an actual... What?
This
What the
Started
hell?
our life.
I think it's great. You know, if it is, obviously this
The
could be
turtles were
fake.
terrified of it. The
'Cause,
small fish schooled underneath it, but the
About
dolphins
2.7
and
million
the
views, and no one here is like,
could tell
it's
there were
edited.
servo-
It's a fake, guys. Like, I just looked it up, but everyone's like, ugh.
How did you
It's
find
real.
this?
I saw on a different podcast.
This is a robot?
Stole their content, yeah.
Smart.
You're stunned, man.
Yeah. I hate that they're cutting between real dolphins and the robot. I just want to see the robot
I
dolphin.
think that's cool because it's like because
You
you
can't
don't know. Yeah, you don't
Wait,
know
is this
which
the
one
robot?
For a 10-year lifespan, it
Are you
saves
sharing?
many
Yeah.
tens of millions of dollars to only have to plug your animals in
Yes.
at night to recharge.
That's the robot, yeah. Yeah, because
That's
it's
a
very
woman.
straight when it's
Yeah.
swimming. I could already tell which one's the robot. Next.
Yeah, fuck that, man. Yeah.
We're not there yet.
Yeah,
No, that's really fucking cool.
dude. If you, how on a scale from 1 to 10, how
Mm-hmm.
weird is it if you fuck this thing? Be honest, man. Like,
Well, I need to think of it more as if
'Cause you wouldn't be- you wouldn't-
if
you wouldn't be
you were to
caught.
tell me that you wanted to, or do I catch you doing it? That's the
You
only way I
catch
could
me.
tell you how weird it is. I
no,
would.
no. I tell you,
You're,
for the record,
you're
I
really
don't
into it.
want to.
Okay.
I really don't want to.
Okay.
But a friend of yours is like, dude, like, you could fuck this thing, man. Like, could you imagine fucking this thing?
I would.
Like, what if you just like, what if you
we're at
just
a
like
bar.
put your,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
We're at a bar
And
and,
he's
you
like,
come out with that. I'd say I'd fully just go, what are you talking about? What?
It's not right, man.
That's, yeah. And I would, it's really weird. Yeah. That's the only way I could put it. There's no way I'd be like, did you expect me to be like, that's fine. That's totally
Whatever
get
makes
it,
you
man.
happy, because you're a
Dolphins are
supportive
hot.
friend. Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
makes. But is it weirder to want to fuck a real dolphin or the one that's a robot?
No, it's weirder to want to. This is a trap question. This. this
No, because you're saying it's weird.
No, but the robot is there because you want to fuck real dolphins.
Oh, that's
It's
a
a
good
solution.
perspective. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good perspective.
Exactly. Like these guys need to think out of the box. Really, they're thinking like this is how we save marine worlds. No, this is how we save. There are dozens
Children.
of guys in the world who
Children.
who are after
Kids,
No,
yeah.
that's a weird.
So you
fuck.
set them up with you know that movie Teeth?
No.
You set, yeah, the movie, it's called Teeth. The one where the girl has in her.
Yeah.
We watched it together.
Did we?
Yeah.
It's not called the one with Megan Fox.
No, the one where the girl has like a mouth with teeth on in her vagina.
Yeah, that's Megan Fox. No.
Is it? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, she sleeps with big guys and like.
That's the other one. I forget what that one's called. Teeth.
You're thinking it's gonna be you're thinking let's go out of the box and do a pedophile catcher.
Catching. Yeah, you put like a device in the vagina of the robot.
Mm-hmm.
You set it up online. It gets baited.
I mean, it's just a next level to what they're already doing. With what's his name? What was your
Chris
plan here
Hansen.
today? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
those videos, dude.
Yeah. Why don't they make that series anymore, man?
It was actually it's a sad story. One of the guys they caught, I think they he killed himself. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
and so I think there was like a lawsuit
he was a judge.
Or something.
Yeah, he was like a powerful man.
Yeah,
he caught someone who was like...
Yeah, there was something like that. I don't remember everything, but there was a suicide involved, I think, and stuff. And so they were like, "Oh, this is getting rough. Like, this is maybe why we don't like blast them online because, like, morally, I think people were like, is this right? Like, and yeah, I think the network dropped them. They were like, we can't do this. Like,
there's really interesting gray area there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it got just really. I don't blame them for being like, maybe we shouldn't. Like, this is getting risky. So I think that's why. Which is in a way, yeah, like the it's really entertaining YouTube clips. When I love when he comes in and he's like, "So what was your plan here today?"
Yeah,
and the guy's always there like, "Oh, I don't know. Like, I just came to hang out." He's like, "She's 14." Like,
your impression of him is really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's the intonations or whatever. What's the word for it when how you speak? You know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then he starts reading them out as well. He's like, Hi, like, and he starts like reading what he said, like, I am home alone.
Yeah, my favorite is when it's like, I knew it, man. Like, I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
you knew.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Yeah. There's the one guy. I think there's a clip of one guy where he does it. It happens twice. He does it a second time, and they catch him again, like outside of McDonald's or something.
Really
weird.
Shit.
Yeah.
And both times he's like, I knew it.
Yeah. He's always really ashamed and stuff. I think it's one of those like where it feels. I think it's almost a guilty pleasure to watch. Like it's really just like
yeah.
To just watch people.
I mean, it's like, what did we as viewers sort of gain from this? Like, if they keep doing their work, that's the important part. That they catch people.
Yeah,
they catch the predator,
and you gain like entertainment.
Yeah, and is that
weird?
Is that important?
Yeah,
because what they're doing is good.
It's important because it gives them the money. That's how they get funded then to keep going.
Yeah,
but at the same time, the police is doing it all themselves. Like a lot of them, they're like cooperating with the police and working with them. So I think it's just at the end of the day, I think it's literally just entertainment, and that maybe it's a little fucked up. We're sat there like, oh, have you seen that clip? This pedophile gets
so
caught.
So good
like,
though, man. It's so funny.
But when you truly think about it, you're like, is it weird?
Yeah.
But that's guilty pleasure. Reminds you that you're human.
You're watching those shows and you're like, guys, they're human. Guys.
No. I take back what I said. No, it's a human thing. It's a human quality in us all to like laugh when someone trips, you know?
Yeah. It's the word for that in Swedish is so good.
What is it?
Like skadeglad, but
skadeglad. Yeah.
It's like pain happy.
Yeah, pain happy.
Or like injure happy.
But it rhymes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Injury happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the plan, I think, is to take this a step further. You make it resemble a child, and that's okay. And you use them to catch these fucking predators.
You know, on the topic of like gray areas, I don't think that your idea is gonna get greenlit, unfortunately.
But what if they instead they send out like an EMP that's so strong it blasts these guys like their brains so that they collapse. And then you just swoop in, you cuff them, bag them, tag them, get them out of there.
It's a movie idea here, I think.
It's called Megan, I think.
The one we watched.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. It does have a little creepy vibes like that. Yeah.
They're making a second one.
Are they actually?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Megan. It was good.
Yeah, it was really good, actually.
Yeah.
Usually when I see
good.
Usually when I see Amazon ads for like a movie or a TV show on Twitch, they show them like 300 times. Every single time you go to a new like Twitch stream or something, it plays the same ad every single time. Now I only get Pringles ads. So when I see like back when they were promoting Megan, they would always show that fucking commercial of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me not want to watch it. Because they keep spamming me with it. And I'm like, to show you, you shouldn't mess with me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch that shit. And then we were like, let's watch this. And I was like, okay.
You were quite doubtful about it. Yeah.
Yeah. But then we watched it. It was great.
Yeah, Twitch does. Sometimes I'm like, well, you guys love doing ads and stuff. Why do you seem to not have enough ads to show? That you're just showing like the two same ads over weeks.
Yes.
What's that about?
Good fucking point.
Yeah. Because on YouTube, it's not like that. On YouTube, you get all kinds of ads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's great.
Speaking of fucked up shit, we've got to talk about the Dalai Lama.
Yeah, I have that in my things. Now, what's wrong with this guy wanting a little bit of sucking on his tongue?
You know what? No, but listen, I'm not going to come out and defend him, but I like to play devil's advocate.
Of course.
And like, he's 87. So for those who don't know, I'll read it. The Dalai Lama, 87, told the boy to come up to the platform where he was seated, motioning to his cheek. He was doing like a meetup, like a meet and greet. And selfies.
You bring your merch.
Yeah, exactly. Selling some merch.
Signs of the merch.
Motioning to his cheek, he is heard saying, "First here." After which the child kissed him and gave him a hug. That's all quite normal. Classic Dalai Lama stuff. Then the Dalai Lama kept hold of the boy, saying, "I think here also." Planted a kiss on his lips. And then he said, "And suck my tongue." The Dalai Lama then said, sticking out his tongue, forehead to forehead with the student.
Love it.
The boy quickly stuck out his own tongue and went to move away, while the Dalai Lama laughed and pulled the boy in for another hug as the audience laughed. So there's their statement against it. They came out, and I was looking at this video of it. He went. I love this line, by the way, in this Inside Edition.
Million followers on Twitter.
Here.
Apology to his 19 million followers on incident is sending shockwaves across the world, causing His Holiness to issue an apology to his 19 million followers on Twitter.
I just love that line that he's like, I gotta His Holiness goes to Twitter to his 19 million followers. And this is what he posted.
His Holiness wishes to apologize to the boy and his family.
His Holiness wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as his many friends across the world, for the hurt his words may have caused. His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. He regrets the incident. By the way, I'd love to imagine that he's writing this himself on his phone. He's like, His Holiness.
yeah. His awesome big cockness is like...
Can someone check this? Is this all right? It's like, get rid of the cockness. I mean, this is fucked up at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, he said it's a prank.
Yeah, well, he said he claims that it's like, oh, he's always being funny and stuff.
Yeah, he was being funny, man. It's a goof, man.
What do you think, in all seriousness, what do you think the odds are that that's true and not that he's a creep?
In all seriousness?
Yeah. Do you think there's any chance that that's true, that he's just being funny?
Yeah, but yeah, this is the part I want them to listen to before they comment, is that no, I don't think he's just being funny. I think his intent is probably like, oh, it's a little funny, like, ha ha ha. But he's like from such a repressed culture sexually that could be something funny to him, but it's also so disgusting.
It still makes it wrong.
Fucking creepy. Yeah. I mean, like, you should know that as a 89-year-old man. He should know that kids can't do that.
Yeah.
And they will do anything a man in power will tell them to do.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of that. He probably has a lot of experience, like, maybe not manipulating, but like telling people that respect him to do certain things. So like, he should know that if he tells that to a kid will probably do it.
Yeah.
And that it is wrong.
That's a really good point. Everyone's so busy talking about whether he's truly a pedophile or if he was just being playful, that they're forgetting about the fact that even if he is just being playful, it's still equally just as wrong. Like, either way, he should have known. Yeah. Oh, that's such a good point. Well done, man.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, he should have known. I mean, he does know as well, probably.
I think it'd be insane if he's like, "This is fine." He's like genuinely believes that it's okay.
There might be a part of them that is like, haha, like it's playing. Like he looks around, like, like everyone's laughing.
Yeah,
it's like Will Smith at the Oscars. You know, everyone at the end.
Yeah.
They give him a standing ovation.
Yeah.
So he was like, all right, it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about how it's
Denzel
perceived.
Washington walked up to him and was like kind of like on his side a little bit, you know. But what do you think?
I'm really taken aback by that, because I was gonna say, like, there's no way, like, but it doesn't fucking matter if it's playful or not. It's a really good. Yeah. And you know what? Also, that you made me think. Oh, he's 87, not 89. And in that case, he hadn't, you know.
Yeah, listen, he's a young man.
Yeah. No, I think also you go through. I mean, surely this guy has a bit of a god complex. Like,
could be.
Now someone's gonna be like Tio, like the Dalai Lama's not.
Yeah, it's the opposite of what he's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Like, believing. Yeah.
But if I'm just gonna talk about, if I just imagine a random dude who is referred to as His Holiness, and people are like, oh my God, like, it's as you what you said, echo chamber, and then also like maybe you get a bit disconnected from reality in a sense. Like, I wonder if. Yeah. So I think who knows if he's truly like being a pedophile or not. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, as you say. Like, you should just know better. Mm-hmm. Yeah. By the way, when I was reading this article, I found this last line kind of. I just didn't know about this. The Dalai Lama has faced previous controversies. In 2019, he caused an outcry after suggesting that if the Dalai Lama returned as a woman, she should be more attractive, for which his office apologized.
She should be more
attractive. So I guess he's joking that if I come back as a woman, she needs to be more attractive than I am. Or if Dalai Lama, wants.
Yeah. I don't think that's so bad. If he was,
it's not as bad as suck
funny.
My tongue. It's not suck my tongue bad.
if like this kid's trying to get away from him, he's like, no, like, you gotta do the other side, little boy, and then like, ooh, you forget about this side, and then he's like, now suck the fuck out of my tongue, suck his tongue.
Don't know if I doubt the crowd. I mean, the way you put it makes it even worse. It's a good point, because he was probably like, hey, like, it's all the way he puts it, right? And it's funny because the crowd, like, if it's one person watching a video, it'd be like, oh, this is fucked up, because they're all there, and it's like public pressure as well, so they all react together, you know?
Yeah, but and everyone's like,
yeah, exactly.
We're having fun, right?
Yeah.
But then
after they're like, oh, you're right, that was kind of fucked up. Like,
I don't know, man. I think they probably just like, okay, go next. And then once they see all of this shit, then that's when they're like, wait a minute, I always knew it was bad.
They snap back to reality.
Yeah. And then they go back to like having that sort of like, they do a moral 180. I think that's okay as well. Like, they were there.
That's just being human.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, wait a minute, that was bad.
Yeah. But
would you even, let's say you were in bed with obviously a 10, man. Come on.
Okay.
And
I'm with a woman who's a 10 on attractiveness scale.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And she wanted you to suck her tongue.
Uh-huh.
Is that nice?
That weird?
Are you like, you're like,
not that far off from French kissing.
I guess, but I mean, she like sticks her tongue out at you, like she goes, suck it. Are you like,
that's all right.
Nice. Yeah, I think just the act itself is like, it's already such a weird thing for him to want.
Oh, you're like, saying like here. Even that part is weird.
Yeah, he's like, come here.
Well, that's because he's not. Yeah, but that's. Yeah, he could have said it to anyone. It would have been weird. That's a good point. So it makes it even worse that it's like if you're coming up and you're like, big fan or whatever, and he's like, here. And then he goes, now suck my tongue. That's still fucked up, even though you're a grown man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good point. Yeah.
I'd be like, no. Like,
yeah.
Like, but it like culturally, if it's like, oh, kiss each other on the cheek, that's like, even there, I'm like, ooh, like, you want me to like kiss you on the cheek? Like, I mean, okay, like we're in whatever, France or something, where they do that shit.
No.
Yeah. But sucking on your tongue, like, You're asking me for too
where
much.
You think it's too far, yeah. Even the Dalai Lama.
If he wanted something normal, man, like a little peck on the lips.
Yeah. That reminds me of, is it Tom Brady?
Who like kisses his kids, really.
Kisses kids, and they're like 14 or something. He's got like, he's like, they're sat on his lap and people got really uncomfortable about it.
Yeah, there's like a really funny picture of, that I sent to my friend, a friend of the show, Amir. It's that I send him sometimes. It's just like
you send this regularly.
No, not regularly, but it's just such a weird picture of Gary V kissing the fuck out of his dad.
Who's Gary V? Who is this?
You know who Gary V is?
No, I need to know context.
You know who Gary V is. I guarantee you. You know who he is.
Yeah. Maybe I'll know once you tell me. Who is he?
He talks like this. He talks like this all the time. He's all about...
Is he an actor?
Empathy. No. He's a...
Was that a 10 out of 10 impression and I didn't do you the service of telling you?
Yes.
Oh, that's a shame. Sorry, man. In that case, I don't know who it is.
Okay, wait. Okay, just his most viewed video. This is Gary Vee. He's all about like entrepreneurial hustle life.
Oh, he's a YouTuber.
The biggest.
Yeah, but he also has like a successful company.
So hard and will through my
inspirational.
vehicle, which isn't meditation, which isn't health. And
okay, this is his most viewed
nonprofit.
video.
It's funny to me, the idea of kissing your dad on the lips. I think it's a cultural thing. Some culture, like it's. I think like it's just some countries that's way more common, you know. But what I find bizarre with Tom Brady, I just have this picture up. What I find bizarre,
it's so.
I could see why you find it funny, and that's the thing, like.
Especially if you know who Gary Vee is, but I'm shocked that you don't know who he is.
Yeah, no, never heard of him. But the thing with Tom Brady, I think that was bizarre was how. I think like he was, the fact that he wanted to make it like a public thing. Well, maybe he wanted to like promote being a good father in a way, you know, and it backfired a little. Like maybe something like that. I don't know. It was bizarre.
Promote
anyway.
being a good father.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, like if we're gonna be making fun of stuff, shouldn't we be making like should we really make fun of the? Well, it's still funny. I don't know my opinion.
Also, yeah, but he's also the most legendary NFL football player. I think probably in history. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea.
No,
not a fan.
Not
so,
NFL, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming he is probably not home so much. Doesn't spend a ton of time. I mean, I think that's part of why his wife told him like, you're either done with the game or you're done with me. And he
making this up, or are you like guessing?
No, seriously.
Okay. I thought you were like his wife was probably like,
but
that's why he retired, and then he came back for a while, right? Something like that.
Exactly, yeah. And then they got a divorce, and I think part of that was because she was like, "You're basically never
home.
You're basically never here," or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, promote being a good father in a different way. I honestly don't think you should be kissing 14-year-old boys on the lips. If my yeah, imagine if your dad kissed you on the lips like that, dropped you off for school, and was like, "See you, son."
Yeah, that's a very aggressive one.
All your friends are like looking at you like,
"Yeah,
you good, man?"
Well, let us know in the comments, people watching this.
Please,
you kiss your parents on the lips.
I mean, when I was a kid, like when I was like a very young
like 8,
boy.
Yeah,
of course.
True, yeah, you think that eventually whereas like maybe it's more normal to hug at that point than at some age than kiss on the lips.
Of course. I mean, I don't kiss my mom on the lips either.
No,
like
only
let's not
your
just
dad.
Talk about the dads here.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's throw a shout out to the moms there as well.
Yeah, either way, it gets a little odd, I think, when you're older. Yeah, fair.
I have. Speaking of being in line. Well, not really, but Coachella. Have you seen anything of Coachella?
No, didn't someone cancel their show?
Yeah, Frank Ocean. he was supposed to headline 2 weekends, and he only did one. Because he did a show that was so exceptionally bad.
Exceptionally bad. What a couple of words together. I love it.
it was like people, I think, first of all, I will go on record saying if you wait 10 hours to see somebody play just so you have a chance to get closer to the front, you're already asking for trouble. Like, it's kind of a stupid thing to do.
Wait, why? You know what part? What do you mean asking for trouble? Like,
because I'll say it again and again. I fucking hate standing in line.
Yeah.
I truly.
Oh, you're asking for trouble in terms of like entertainment as you stood there for 10 hours, like.
Yeah, because your mood is going to be already like fucked or something. I just can't.
You need a 10 out of 10 show at the end of that for it to have been worth it. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
The most amazing thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, and he apparently planned this show that was supposed to be like, there were supposed to be these people like ice skating around him and shit, and it was all like this extravagant stuff, and he had a special stage built for him, and then last minute he's like, no, we're not doing any of that shit, and then he made everybody wait an extra hour before he got up on stage,
which is so that's pretty classic with concerts. They're always fucking.
I don't think so.
I feel like I'm always reading about guys being late. It's like, oh, I waited an hour and a half for him to come on. But maybe it's only stories of bad ones. The good ones you don't.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like showing up on time is not like a
nobody's
going to
mention
be applauded for.
Yeah. Nobody's going to be like, he showed up on time. It was great. Like
maybe next time he performs, they're like, hey, this time he was 10 minutes early. Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
But apparently it was really bad. He was basically lip syncing to an album that came out like 7 years ago.
Nice.
He hasn't made new music for a very, 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 very long time. So everyone was waiting for forever to go to see him, and then he like DJ'd or like some weird music. He was like dancing a little bit on stage and stuff. It was apparently a very, very, very bad show, and people waited. I mean, people spent, when you go to Coachella, you spend like $3,000 on a ticket.
Yeah, it's insanely expensive.
Yeah, so to be super fucking screwed out of your money like that is like
one of the
so
headliners
disgusting.
of the weekend.
Yeah,
so blame it on like breaking his leg or something.
Then, well, he was dancing on stage and shit.
Yeah, exactly. But I swear when he canceled the second one, I swear he said something about an injury.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But people were like, oh, fuck, man, who cares? Like, we've spent so much. Like, if you look at
Dave Grohl.
Yeah, and he comes back in like a wheelchair or whatever. Like, yeah. And and people are just like, he was fine. He didn't break his leg. Like, it was something like that. I don't know. I don't care enough to look it up. But it was some injury, and people were like, that's not true.
Yeah. No. But my question is, who would you wait 10 hours in line to see? That, for me, that person should be dead.
Yeah, I started thinking
back
of like,
to life.
Yeah. But who? Okay, to see them perform. Yeah. Robin Williams.
Ooh, good answer.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even consider like a comedian.
I think that would truly make my life. Like, that would truly be a great experience. I'd probably wait. I'd wait at least a few days. Like, I could see myself just waiting because that's like insane.
Yeah.
Alive 10 hours? I don't know if there's anyone I'd wait 10 hours just to watch. I don't think I care about anyone that much. Because that just sounds miserable. Why?
It really sounds like, honestly, again, man, I go to hell and they're like, you wait in this line for 10 hours before we can see you and torture you.
But
and
then
like, this
is
already bad enough.
Lucifer, you get to meet the devil.
True.
Or something, like.
But then he like fucks you in the ass or something.
Yeah, but what an experience,
That's
You've gone through your whole life, and then it's like, here he is, the devil himself.
The legend.
Yeah, like in a way, he's maybe one of those I would wait 10 hours to see.
If there was a thing that was like, it's 100% confirmed, he's real and he's here, you can go see him 10 hours in line, maybe I'll go. But I also feel like if you even lay eyes upon him, like,
your eyes burn.
Yeah, you become his servant or something.
I'd wait 10 hours to see Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Robin Williams, Jesus, just to see what he's about, you know? In fact, I'd be more, if I got to choose, I'd choose Robin Williams.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
I don't know, what am I going to ask Jesus, you know?
Yeah, just to see him alive again would be like,
yeah, there he is.
Look at you go, man.
Yeah. I'll check it out afterwards. I'll check the highlights. No, Robin Williams is my answer, I think. If we're talking music,
answer.
Michael Jackson seemed to have really good, entertaining shows.
Oh, yeah.
I think like seeing him live would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, especially back in like his prime, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, to be there at the first concert where he does the moonwalk.
Yeah, I've seen that clip many times.
Yeah. You're there with everyone, like okay, guys, okay. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You're like, you know what's happening. You're like, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Well, who are your answers? You can't take Robin Williams.
No, I would choose, in their prime, I'd choose Led Zeppelin.
Nice. Anyone outside of music?
I hadn't even considered, honestly, man. Like, that's such a good... In their prime, I would have wanted to see Eddie Murphy.
Ooh, yeah. Nice. Do you think that you'd find him funny?
Yeah, oh my God. He's so fucking funny.
No, I meant like, you wouldn't find it outdated because it was so long ago, like, compared to now. Like, I feel like...
No.
Like, some I think haven't aged well, like Jerry Seinfeld. I mean, was he ever funny? But like back then, apparently people found it hilarious. And I feel like if I watch it now, I'd be like, like...
I actually saw an article of him today, like, defending the fact that he was dating a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
And he was to me...
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, age is a number to me. Like, she was very intelligent. To me, 21 is 21.
She wasn't even 21. She was 17. He was 38
that's
and she was 17.
That's a different chick, man.
Oh, he only defended the 21 thing, and he's hoping the interviewer doesn't ask, what about 17? Like, he's like, no.
He's like, 17, stay on topic, man. No, I think he's one of these kind of guys that dates like a lot of really young girls. He's like Leo. So I think, but yeah, one of those was 17.
Yeah, there's a picture of him where he's like picking her up at school or something.
Yeah. I mean, Larry David was the funny one of the two anyway.
It's funny what you say about Jerry Seinfeld though, because he's... about Leo DiCaprio. How old is he? He's 48.
48.
And he's still dating early 20-year-olds, you know?
Yeah.
And I think because he's
and the Dalai
more
Lama
handsome,
is 87.
Yeah.
He's trying to get with 12-year-olds.
Yeah. Yeah, what's your point? He's
that Leo is more handsome. Yeah. What were you saying? You were saying something about him being more handsome.
Comparing it. I compare it to the Dalai Lama. No, I was comparing him
because you pulled up the article right after.
No. I was comparing him to... No, it was just there. I was comparing him to Jerry Seinfeld. And how, like, I think the reaction to Jerry Seinfeld and someone really young is probably worse than DiCaprio and someone young. Because DiCaprio is more handsome. I think people like... If someone looks younger, they're more okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're saying that Seinfeld is worse.
I'm not saying he's worse. I feel like that might be the reaction. But at the same time, like the whole... I don't know if people actually care about the Leo DiCaprio or if they just think it's a funny meme. I think it's mainly a meme.
I think they think it's a funny meme, yeah.
Yeah, they don't really...
No, but I also think that there are people who actually are like... I mean, you know, Jerry Seinfeld has, you know, everything at his disposal in his life, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like, he chooses to get with 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I don't know. It is gross.
Yeah.
Like why?
Yeah.
Like why doesn't he
Yeah.
want someone of an appropriate age?
Oh. Yeah.
What is it in his mind that's like, no, I'm gonna go for the 20-year-old.
It's like a 4 out of 10 impression, man.
I think it's good, man.
No.
I think it's good.
I think it's...
What's the deal with 20-year-olds?
Oh, better. 5. Yeah, that one was better. Yeah.
I toned it down a little bit.
Yeah. Less nasally, I think. That was good.
Yeah.
You're getting there. Maybe even a 6, honestly. That was good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What do you think about the... I literally just saw it on the side of the Dalai Lama article. the Matthew Perry thing, his book.
Yeah.
It was under drama because of the whole Keanu Reeves thing. Personally, you know what? So for those who don't know, Matthew Perry who played Chandler in Friends, came with a book, a memoir, biography, a memoir. Is memoir when you're dead? No.
Yeah, an autobiography.
An autobiography. Yeah, he's
Something
not dead. He was infamously, a drug user during the years of Friends, and he came with a book where he talks about his drug usage and everything. And he was under fire. He was slammed. They love using that word in the articles.
Slammed, really?
Yeah, the headlines are always like Matthew Perry slammed for what he said.
Slammed.
They love it. He said about Keanu Reeves in his book, like, how come people like River Phoenix die and then Keanu Reeves still walks among us? And people were really pissed at that.
Mm-hmm. Obviously. I mean, what the fuck?
It's so unnecessary. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're basically, at its core value, at face value, you're claiming Keanu Reeves deserves to die, basically. Like, because he's shit. Like, and you'd rather have someone else.
Yeah. Or it doesn't make sense that he's alive.
Yeah.
Or that he gets to live.
Yeah.
He's like fucking crazy.
But I don't know if it's a hot take, but people were outraged. And like, to me, I think it was just a bad joke. I don't think we need to. The thing is, Keanu Reeves, Matthew Perry, I want to say from my no hint whatsoever, but I imagine it's an outdated joke. In the 90s, that joke might have hit a little bit better because Keanu Reeves was known as kind of a shit actor, and it's like he's got speed and stuff, really corny shit, you know? Now he's this like legend almost, or not legend, but like he's really grown as an actor, not in terms of acting skills, but like the movies he's coming out with, John Wick, people are fucking loving it, you know? And so now, if Matthew Perry's still thinking about, he made the joke about like early 2000s, 90s Keanu Reeves, you know? I just think it was a bad joke. He shouldn't have said it, but some reactions I have felt were a little like, come on, like, do we care this much?
He didn't say it though.
What do you mean?
It's part of his book.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was a joke. I think he was seriously like trying to understand why.
You think he meant it as he said it?
Yeah, like River Phoenix was like a really young, aspiring, hot actor that was like Joaquin Phoenix's brother.
Yeah,
and I think he overdosed and died.
I think so.
And then in his book, Matthew Perry's like, I don't understand why a guy like that dies, whereas like Keanu Reeves, who was like best friends with River Phoenix, gets to still walk among us.
That's the detail that makes it fucked up, to be honest.
Yeah,
like that's his friend.
And he's like, it doesn't make sense to me that like one of them dies and the other gets to live. So I think it's like, but just
no. I think he meant it more as like, why does such a great actor like him die and a shit actor like Keanu Reeves gets to live? I feel like that's how it's been taken. And people are like, that's so unnecessary. Why?
I think either way, it's like, it's not a joke. And he's like, it's really, really, really honest thoughts that he put onto a piece of paper that like, maybe he should have kept to himself.
Yeah,
or
maybe that's what
phrased it much better.
Yeah.
But there's also other like stuff in the book where he's like talking about like any woman that he mentions in the book, like at least between the Friends cast, you know, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Jen Aniston. He's like,
are you guys close?
Yeah, we're close. Yeah, I have her in my phone as Jen.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So me and Jen, no, but really, like, he talks about them, and the only thing he ever says about any of them is like how beautiful they are, and like how he was like,
he had a crush on them,
so in love with Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah,
you know, and he was like, yeah, but and then David Schwimmer and Matt LeBlanc, you know, he talks about them with like sincerity, and he's like, oh, and this is great, and and like he talks about who they were as people. But then with the women, he's like, they were so beautiful, I couldn't understand why they were so sexy to me. You know, like that's like the only thing they were thinking. Yeah. Matthew Perry impression?
Yeah.
Well, I can do better.
Yeah.
I don't know. You've heard how he talks now,
He's
man. He's all
he's
fucked up. He's
yeah.
fucked up from all the drugs.
Yeah. He's a little bit of he's got a Sylvester Stallone thing going on.
yeah. Except I don't know, man. All that stuff with his memoir, it put a bad taste in my mouth for the guy.
Well,
unfortunately,
I've been doing some biographies. I did. What's her
you're writing
name?
one.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been doing a biography.
I've had an interesting life. No,
yeah.
it's about iCarly, the girl from iCarly. She did one.
Oh, kill him! Go, kill him! No, Janet McCurdy.
Yeah, Janet McCurdy.
McCurdy.
I don't even know her name, but I read that it's a good biography and it's just like interesting. So I read it.
I read that too.
And I've been looking for and so I looked into reading his, and what I read was basically that like if you read this, it might, like a lot of people said like it's ruined Friends for me because they like, others have said like it's made it nicer because I struggled with drugs, so it's interesting to hear his. But yeah, a lot of what I've read is just like if you're still watching Friends today, it could ruin Chandler for you because it's like overly honest about himself and he just doesn't come off as great. You know, that's a point of the biography, but like it's a fair point that if you're still enjoying Friends and that's your like, it's like your cozy thing that you go back to, it kind of sucks to ruin that for yourself. Like,
I mean, for me, it doesn't ruin the fact like him being a drug addict doesn't ruin it for me. I'm like,
no,
I'm not like, oh,
that'd be kind of weird. No,
but
we
the
all
way
knew
that
he's a drug addict. Yeah,
but the way that he, in the present day,
exactly,
wrote down his feelings and thoughts about like certain things, like just makes you know that still now he's like talking about like people in such a crass manner.
Yeah.
It's like I don't like that.
No. Yeah. It's a good point as well. It's not the drug thing that people mean. That it's not like knowing the drugs he took. Like that's not what it is. It's more just what he says. That just he doesn't come off as a great guy. In general,
yes, exactly.
And that
exactly.
puts you off watching Friends.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. Someone's got to tell this guy. If only there was someone who could have told him, smoking kills. Someone could have saved his fucking career and his life.
It's a good way to bring it back. I've disconnected from that. I don't cringe at that.
No, it's good.
Yeah, it's okay. It's good.
I was trying to think. I saw a TikTok that was like, can you name a movie with all of the Friends actors in it?
All of them in a movie?
No. Sorry, a movie for each Friends actor.
Ooh. Okay. Are you asking me to do it, or did you just have a point?
You can do it if you want, but my point is cannot. Oh, actually, I could think of one for Matt LeBlanc, but I don't think you will be able to because he does not do movies.
No, Matt LeBlanc doesn't do movies.
Doesn't do any movies, man. Like honestly, great for him. Like if I could have just done Joey and Friends, I would have done Joey and Friends, and I would have left. I would have bowed out. Thank you for the
in the whole entertainment industry. Yeah, I'll take the 20 mil per year. Thanks.
Yeah, now I can do whatever I want. That's awesome.
Which is probably why he's not in movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just does projects he wants to do.
Yeah, awesome. Like, good for him.
Good point, though. What movie could you think of with him in it?
I've only seen him ever in one movie, and it's called Ed. I think he's like a struggling baseball player, and then he finds a monkey that can pitch really, really well. And they win the baseball championship together.
You're telling me that this guy, he's like, I'm not going to do movies. I'm going to do what I want to do. And then he's like, this one's too good to pass up on.
Yeah.
This one I have to do. It reminds
it's such a Joey thing. He's like, I get to do with a monkey?
Yeah.
Like,
True.
Oh, shit.
Maybe that's why he did it. Maybe he's like,
honestly, maybe.
It's on brand. Like, it's funny. Maybe I could see him getting the script and laughing and just being like, yeah, fuck it, man. Like, let's do this. This is funny.
Or, I mean, at that point, like, what they were paying him to do Friends, imagine the fucking bag they offered him for Ed.
Was it around the same time?
Might be.
Is that the name of the monkey? Ed?
Yeah. It was... Oof, it's got a 2.7 on IMDb.
Nice. That's one of the lowest I've heard of.
Budget 24 million, so I'm assuming 20 of those million went to him.
Yes. And then the other
1996.
The artists. Oh, 1996. Oh, he won't have gotten much then. He'll have gotten like, he'll have gotten a normal wage, I feel like. It's like season 3 Friends, so it's in the midst of that kind of blowing up.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
So then, but then he should have gotten a lot of money.
Yeah, he'll have gotten, I don't think he'll have gotten a mil. Maybe a mil.
Oh, well, it was released in 1996, so they could have shot it in 1995.
Yeah, exactly. So he'll have agreed to it before the blow up, and he's like, fuck, man, I didn't even need to do this.
Fucking monkey movie, yeah.
I'm getting 3 times the amount for 1 episode of Friends.
Yeah.
Here I am with this shit. Like,
yeah.
True.
But that was the only movie I could think of. And like, if I hadn't, for some bizarre reason, seen that movie, I wouldn't name a single one.
I wouldn't be able to think of one for Lisa Kudrow. What movie has she been in?
A movie. She was in. She's in this comedy, like where they play fuck, I can't remember what it's called now. But she doesn't do a ton of movies either. She does a lot of TV.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't count.
No, exactly. I can think of everyone else, but her and
she plays like a mom in Easy A.
Oh yeah, she does. Nice, beautiful. You have to look it up. So
yeah. But this other one is, it's like Rami and Michelle's, like some like shitty comedy movie from the 90s.
Okay, I'm surprised you know of that.
Yeah, but I knew about this fucking Ed movie.
True.
You're not questioning Ed.
This comes back to you saying you have random memories.
Yeah.
You don't remember Easy A, but you remember Ed from 1996.
Seriously.
Easy A is a great movie. It's good.
Because when the monkey pitched, he does like a backflip or something. Like he like pitches and he does like a front flip.
In terms of 1996 effects, I don't imagine this looked very good.
No, you could probably find it somewhere, man. And I watched this movie, and it would just be the worst thing you've ever seen in your life.
Maybe I'll give it a go. Sometimes I get intrigued of how bad a movie truly can be. If it's like 2.6 on IMDb, that's low as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I've seen movies that are like 5, and it's like, yeah, this is pretty shit. I've seen movies that are like 4.5, and it's like, okay, this is fucking terrible. But down towards like 2, it's
that's like, what did they do?
What the fuck happened here? Like,
yeah,
exactly,
seriously,
exactly.
I was actually surprised the other day. I was looking at this movie. My brother was watching Dawn of the Dead, and I was like, we were talking about like how zombie movies have really fallen off, unfortunately. And then I was like, I saw a good one the other day. Have you ever seen Blood Red Sky?
Yeah, I think I have.
It's like this. She's a vampire, but like the 30 Days of Night kind of vampire.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. The airplane. Yeah. Really loved this movie.
Yeah. Me too.
It was so good. It surprised me.
Yeah. It surprised me how good it was, but it also surprised me that it got very bad ratings.
Really? What does it have on IMDb?
Probably. I think it's like a 6 point something.
But that's that, and I think that's why it surprised me, because often when I don't know, I look up on IMDb and like 6.1. That's low. But for like zombie / horrors, I think like I can go as low as like 5.6, 5.7 if I'm really searching. Like I don't know, like high 5s on IMDb. I mean, anything under 6, if it's any other kind of movie, it's not worth it. But for like horrors, for some reason, the rating system is like down a little more. So I feel like that's classic.
Yeah.
That one I would have given like a 6. I would have assumed it would have been at like 6.7, 6.6. Like it was a genuinely
same.
good thriller horror, you know? Like
same.
So that surprised me. It's down at 6.1. It's funny how like accustomed you get to like ratings. Like I played a game once where I was like, tell me movies and I'm going to guess what rating they are. And I'd always be like 0.1, 0.2 off. Like just being able to just like... I did a higher or lower on stream with IMDb ratings. It would give me 2 movies.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
And I got a streak of 30 or something. People were like, how the fuck do you just like... And a lot of the time it would be like 0.2 off and I'd still get it.
Yeah.
You know, so you're like...
Yeah, that is weird. Like just looking up so many movies all the time. And
exactly.
Like, it starts to affect you. Like, so that's a 6.1 and this is a 6.7. Like, just the type of movie that it is.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's a comedy. That'll adjust it to this. Oh, it's a drama. That'll be high. You know, like it's...
Yeah.
To the point where we'll be like, oh, that's low. Like that should be a little higher, like 0.5 higher maybe. Like,
But Blood Red Sky got it 81% on Rotten Tomatoes on the critic review, and a 57 on the audience.
I don't know why the audience didn't.
It's really weird.
You and
Like
I are
usually,
outliers on this.
usually like I'll see a Rotten Tomato rating and be like if it's really high on the critic rating, I know it's going to be like slow paced, build up, and like sort of like a slog to get through.
Yeah.
But it could still be very good.
Yeah.
Whereas if the user rating is really high, I know I'm in for like a good time.
Yeah.
I think
I struggle with Rotten Tomatoes personally. Sometimes I think it's really random. Like
I struggle with IMDb as well. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes they'll give like movies that I love like a solid 6.
Yeah. It could be really hard though. I mean, like this, for all we know, Blood Red Sky, like the main actress got cancelled, you know, and so like it got a bit brigaded, you know. And,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So you never know.
But then there's also like, I hate to bring it up again, you know, because you're homies with the movie Shazam 2, man.
Yeah.
6.1 on IMDb. And an 86% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
There you go. Why?
Because you never saw this Zachary. You never saw him go on Instagram.
Yeah, but what 86 is good, right?
Yeah, 86%. It's great.
Yeah. You're saying it should be lower because of what he said?
No, but because he asked people to go give it a good rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, I thought you were referring to he came out against Pfizer or something.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I mean, that might be like, see, that would make people go in and be like, fuck him, lower the rating.
Yeah.
But him
maybe that's
asking people
weird,
on Instagram Live, like, go give it a good rating on Rotten Tomatoes, please. He's like, okay. Is that legal,
I don't like that.
Kind of?
I think that's fucking with the system. Like,
yeah,
that's unfair. Everybody else would be like, well, we're not asking ours. Like, now you're higher than the movie I was in, and I'm not begging my followers. I feel like I'd be pissed as an actor. Like,
yeah, me too.
Like,
but you didn't see him go on Instagram Live and say all this shit?
No. Why? Oh, was it a big thing?
It was a big thing. He was also like, he didn't. I'm not going to quote him, but he was like, go, like, you could either go see Shazam 2 this weekend or John Wick 4.
Which John Wick 4?
I promise you our movie is better. Like, because it's better for families. Okay. So he's like, if you want to go have like a fun time with with your family and the thing, ours is better. And like, or if you want to go see John Wick and he was like, he was kind of like, oh, like it's a good movie. I won't
shit on it.
Exactly. And he was like, you know, like that's fine, but like if you want less of like boom boom boom, you know, like it's still like he was so.
It's so
needy.
Unnecessary and weird. Like,
yeah. It just came off so like cringy, and he's like, "Go see our movie, please. I promise you, it's good."
I think to a certain extent it's okay. I think if you're like, "Hey, go check out my movie. I'm really excited. Go check it out." But if you're going, are you thinking about John Wick? This is better. Trust me, this is better for the family.
Yeah.
Like, go rate it on Rotten Tomatoes, please. Like,
please, man. I'm fucking begging you guys.
Exactly. That's where I get a little like, okay, whatever you say.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of on a hot streak lately.
With cringe.
Yeah, I mean, he was also like, he came out the other day saying something about The Rock.
Do you follow him and you're like checking out or like, how do you know about all this?
I don't follow him.
No.
But just because I'm interested in like the algorithm will like TikTok
it'll
especially
just give you
like
stuff.
it knows I want to see what he says next. Yeah.
what
And
did he say about The Rock?
Like, I only saw that he came out recently saying he did not blame The Rock for Shazam 2's failure, or like not.
He came out to say, "I don't blame The Rock,"
because there must have been a different quote of him saying,
"Oh, he was clarifying."
Because Black Adam, the character that The Rock plays, is the main villain for Shazam.
Yeah.
And of course, The Rock doesn't want to get his ass kicked.
Superman. Yeah.
He wants to go. Yeah, he wants to go up against Superman. Yeah. He wants them to be equally powerful, and then they have to fight an enemy together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then at the end of the day, Superman has to be like, you know what, Black Adam, like, you're an all right, and you're probably stronger than I am, actually.
You know, it's funny actually. Before we ended, you've reminded me. I gotta say it, and it's embarrassing. But I thought Black Adam is called Black Adam because he's black. I found out that's not true. I said this on stream, and people were like, "No, it's because of like black magic or whatever." And
okay.
And but then they said, I had some people say, "No, I'm not like gonna." They were like, "Oh, The Rock isn't even black." Is The Rock not black? I thought he was black. Isn't like his dad black? Like, what? Is it weird of me that I thought he was? Some guys were telling me in the chat, they were like, he's not black. And I was, but he has a dad who is black, right? And that really threw me off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
dad,
remember.
Rocky Johnson, Canadian, but then he's from somewhere else, you know, like.
Yeah. Anyway, that really threw me. I remember being like, what? It all lined up for me anyway, yeah. I thought did you know that Black Adam is called Black Adam because of like black magic or whatever?
No,
were you on
honestly,
the same page as me?
No, I was not. I'll say this right now, everyone. I was not on that page at all.
I thought
I know better than that, guys. I know better than that.
I never really thought about it fully, and I was just like, oh, I just figured he was Adam was meant to be black. But then I think in the comic book, he's white anyway, I think, so I was fully wrong. No. Just thought that was I don't mind sharing embarrassing thing about myself. I can be an idiot sometimes. It's okay.
I mean, I guess he's Samoan. The Rock.
Mm.
And I don't think that
we're on weird territory.
Yeah. I don't want to say.
I don't know.
But it's because we're ignorant.
Yeah.
That's okay to say. We're ignorant about it. We don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
We don't know who counts.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not really. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? That's not bad to say. We're two ignorant guys. We don't understand much.
Some things maybe you just don't know, and it's like, it's no.
Yeah.
We ended on a really awkward note.
Yeah. Just that.